Welcome, random citizen, to a new video of Spiderman. Will he make it out alive? Got this bundle today, guys. Normally we have our daily openings, but today we'll be checking out this bundle. It's got a couple of cool things. Looks like we've got the web swinging lands and a nice spin down dice and the radioactive spider. Goes and tutors spiders out of the deck. Plus a nice box, and we got 9 packs to take a look at today. Let's see what we got. Hoping we can get an Eddie Brock. That would be super cool. But let's see what we got today. Here we go. Come on, box. Hey, look at that. Wow. And a J. Jonah Jameson would be fantastic. That web menace has finally gone too far. Spider Vandal, Midtown Melee Imperil's beloved establishment. Of course, it's Oscorp. Alright, and we got the amazing Spider-Man and the nice Venom. Gotta love this box, man. Even the comic book frames on the background is pretty sick. Let's take a look at that dice first. Ooh, okay, I like the texture on it. It's got the red and blue with the nice spider symbol for 20. Got the magic symbol for 1. Very sweet. Yeah, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but it seems pretty cool. And let's get got the 2 special packs. Let's get the lands out of the way. Got ourselves the normal frames, and we'll look at the foiled ones. Got a couple of reminder cards for new players out there. Tapping when you attack. You don't have to tap when you block. Some formats, how to cast spells on your turn. Ever see some new players, go ahead and give those to them. And we got 1 of each. Got ourselves the plains with the spider web. Got the island, I like that one. Got the swamp, back alleys, mountains, and the forest. Central Park, of course. And we got the plains with Spider-Man just swinging in the background. I actually really like these. The little spider. And the forest. Sweet. And let's look at that promo along with the foiled lands. Here we go. Alright, we got Radioactive Spider. For 1 green, it's a 1/1 with reach and death touch. So already a fantastic blocker, if nothing else. But it's got Fateful Bite, so for 2 mana, if you sack this creature, search your library for a Spider Hero card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery, so it goes and gets that spider for you. And I didn't really notice this before, but it's got Miles, Gwen Stacy, and Peter Parker in the background. Very sweet. And we got the full foiled version of all the weblands. We got the plains. I'm a big fan of this one. I like the sun ambiance there. It looks great. Got the island of Manhattan, of course. The back alley swamps, very cool. The mountain might be my second favorite out of all these, and the forest one's not too bad. Very sweet. You got the spider swinging. I think this island with the Brooklyn Bridge is fantastic. And we got the swamp, the mountain, and the forest. Very sweet. Alright, we got the known things out of the way. Let's get to these 9 packs. These are facing backwards. Let's get started with the good stuff, of course. Alright. Gotta love the hot dogs, man. And we got the slow rolls. I won't talk about the commons and uncommons unless it's absolutely necessary. Spider Rex is pretty cool. It's got the City Pumpkin Bombardment, Spiderbot, Raging Goblinoids, Sun Spider, Nimble Weber. For 3 and Orzhov. During your turn, he has Flying. And Sun Spider enters. Search your life for an Aura equipment card. Reveal it and put it in your hand. Tutor on a spider. Very sweet. Got the pictures of Spider-Man. Oh, we got Norman Osborn. Already going great. For 1 and a blue, he's a legendary creature, human scientist villain. Norman Osborn can't be blocked. And whenever he deals combat damage to a player, he connives. So that means you draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land, you put a counter on this guy. You can also then cast him for the other side if it's in your hand, or you can transform him for 1 Grixis colors, blue, black, and red. And we got ourselves the Green Goblin. Very sweet. For 1 blue, black, red, same as the front side. He's got Flying and Menace. He's a 3/3. He's a Goblin Human Villain. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast. He's got Goblin Formula. Each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. Basically, you may cast a card from your graveyard for its Mayhem cost if you discard it this turn. Timing rules still apply, though. So it can't just be sorcerer speed, instant speed after you discard it. But if it is discarded, anytime that turn you can cast it. Which is pretty sweet, and it's going to cost 2 less. He's one of the most build-around commanders in this format so far. I'm super happy to get it. And we got the foil Venom common. Got to represent that art back there. But love this. I've said it a couple times out of the main box, but 4 a black. He's a 4/5 with Death Touch, Symbiote Villain, legendary creature. If you pay 2 black, exile this card from your graveyard, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, gains Death Touch until end of turn. Only as a sorcery speed. It's a great discard target. And we got ourselves a mountain and a robot with the hot dog. Well, sweet. Already starting off super strong. Man, I'm going to have to put a sleeve on this guy. One of the more expensive cards in the set so far. But sweet, and Sun Spider is pretty cool. All right. Let's see if we can top that. I had a feeling about this side. All right, let's get to the next one. Out of here. Got ourselves a spider token back here. And we got Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. Miles! He's got Webslinging, and when he enters, search your library for a basic land, put on the battlefield tapped. Could get him down if you return a tapped creature to your hand and pay 3 mana, 2 and a green for a 4/3. Pretty sweet. Got the Gangsters, Selfless Police Captain, Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist. He can be an 8/8 if you have 8 or more cards in your graveyard for that octopus style. And we got Romantic Rendezvous, one of my favorite arts in the set. Good old Mary Jane and Peter. Spectacular Tactics, the Mobster, Spiders Man, Horde, Heroic Horde. He's a spider hero because he's literally made of spiders. And we got Flash Thompson, Spider Fan. He's actually a very good uncommon people are looking at. For 1 and a white, he's got Flash. He's a 2/2 human citizen, legendary creature. When Flash Thompson enters, choose 1 or both. Tap a creature or untap a creature. So you can get some combos going off. We got Penny Parker, or Spider, SP, piloted by Penny Parker. She's got +1/+1 counter when she enters, and whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Might be fun in some decks. And we got Spider Ham, Peter Porker. 1 and a green for a 2/2 Spider Boar Hero. When Spider Ham enters, create a food token, of course. And then Animal Mayhem. Mayhem. Other spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizards, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves you control get +1/+1. That was a mouthful. We get it because he's got a hot dog and he's eating it. All right, I love it. And we got Miles Morales, already at 2 mythics in this box. Fantastic. For 1 and a green, he's a 1/2 legendary creature, human citizen hero. When he enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and then you can later transform him for 3 red, green, white. Transfer Miles only as a sorcery, or you could just cast him on the other side here, which he is going to be the ultimate Spider-Man. A legendary creature, human hero, for the same cost, 3 red, green, white. First strike haste, he's a 4/3, and he's got camouflage. For 2, you can put a +1/+1 counter on Ultimate Spider-Man. He gains hexproof, becomes colorless until end of turn, and whenever you attack, double the number of counters of each kind of counter on each spider and legendary creature you control. I'm definitely going to be building a deck out of Ultimate Spider-Man here. Seems like a lot of fun, a lot of cool things we can do with him in this format for Commander. We've got Professional Wrestler and a nice foiled forest back here with some treasure. All right. Doing pretty good so far in the box. Gonna give him a little sleeve here. And Peter Porker is kind of cool too. All right, let's see what we can get next. A lot of reading so far. All right, we got another Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary for Sweet, the Gangsters. Selfless Police Captain. I feel like I've done this before. Unstable Experiment. Bombardment. Spiderbot. Ozcop Research Team. Silver Sable. Got the Flying Octobot. Costume Closet. Enters 2 counters. You can move a counter from this artifact on target creature you control just by tapping it. Only as a sorcery. Whenever a modified creature you control leaves the battlefield, put a counter on this artifact. Seems pretty cool. And we got Doc Ock in the full comic frame. He's also Lorthos the Tidemaker. So he's a 5 blue. Legendary creature octopus. He's an 8/8. Whenever Doc Ock attacks, you may pay 8. If you do, tap up to 8 target permanents. Those permanents don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Sweet, seeing Doc Ock here. And we got Peter's Luck. Parker Luck, I mean, for 2 and a black enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, 2 target players each reveal the top card of their library. They each lose life equal to the mana value of the card revealed by the other player. Okay. And then they each put the card they revealed into their hands. So it kind of draws, makes them lose some life there. We got Prowler, Clawed Thief. I haven't seen this yet. For 1 blue and a black, 2/3. He's a human rogue villain, Menace. Whenever another villain you control enters, Prowler connives. So you draw and discard. And we got one of those sinister hideouts with Surveil on it. Got another treasure. Sweet. Awesome. Gotta love to see these villains popping out of the woodworks. Let's get Doc Ock a little sleeve here. Man. The hits keep hitting. Alright, let's get to the next one here. I think that might be from the bonus sheet, but I may be wrong. We got Guy in the Chair, one of the best flavor wins. Venom's Hunger. The spell costs 2 less if you control a villain, destroy a dark creature, and gain 2 life. So sorcery there. Beetle. Electro's Bolt. Spider Rex. The Unspeakable. News Helicopter. Vulture. Flying. Whenever Vulture attacks other villains you control, gain flying until end of turn for 5 hybrid blue-black. He's a 4/6. Pretty cool. Got Spider-Man, Heroic Horde. Got Penny Parker, and we got Silk Webweaver for 2, a green and a white. Spider-Human Hero, 3/5. It's got web slinging for 1 green white, so you could get it out earlier if you return a tap creature to your hand, pay 3. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human creature citizen creature token. And then you can pay 5 creatures you control, get +2/+2 in vigilance until end of turn. Pretty sweet. Got Doc Ock's Henchman, University Campus. Awesome. All right, let's get to that next one here. I love this copy so much. It's like, no, you're Spider-Man. All right, we got Beetle, Shock, Spider-Man, Brooklyn Visionary, Inner City Gangsters, the Reporters, another Unspeakable. We got the Mass Meower. Actually a good rate for what this does. Just 1 red mana for 1/1 with haste. Spider-Cat Hero. Discard a card, sack this creature, and draw a card. If you can get some way to make you draw 2 cards when he dies by getting that sack ability or other valid effects on the battlefield that want you to sacrifice your guys, this is a pretty good way to do it without spending more mana. Just discarding a card, filling your graveyard with stuff. And we got Spider Bite. Enters, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand for 3. Not too bad. We got Aunt May. Another creature enters, you gain a life. The spider put a counter on it. Just for 1 mana, not bad. We got Wall Crawl. And we got Villainous Wrath. One of the best kind of wraths we've seen in a while. In black, it's got nothing but upside. For 3 black, sorcerer speed, target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control. And then destroy all creatures on the battlefield. I gotta say, this is one of my favorites with Doc Ock in it. But the rate on this is fantastic. I will definitely be putting this in one of my black decks. And we got Scorpion Sting, -3/-3 for 2 mana. It's a speed, not bad. Savage Mansion, and that human. Very sweet. All right. On to the next. It's been a great bundle so far. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Keep up with the new ones coming out soon. We got Shock, Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary, Inner City Gangsters, Reporters, Passenger Ferry, Mob Lookout, Keeping an Eye Out, Connivin', Masked Meower, Flash Thompson, Goblinoids, ooh, another Weaver, very cool. We got Maximum Carnage, and well, let's see what that is in a second. For 4 and a red, it's a saga, so we'll start off with chapter 1. When it enters, until your next turn, each creature attacks each combat a fable and attacks a player other than you a fable. You could play this in your second main phase, so it doesn't affect your own creatures. That way you don't have to make your creatures attack, since it'll stop by it's your turn. But it will disrupt your opponents, make it so that they're all goaded, essentially. And then chapter 2, you add 3 red mana, so you can go off on your next turn after you play this. You'll probably already be at 5, so you're probably at 8-9 mana by then. You can cast a couple things, get some stuff going, and then chapter 3, it deals 5 damage to each opponent just to cause more mayhem. Seems fantastic. And what do we got? We got Mary Jane Watson for 1 and a hybrid Selesnya color. She's a 2/2 human performer. Whenever a spider you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Very sweet. Love the comic book frame. Oh, we got Spiderman in there. She's got the bat. and obviously in the performing world. And we got the Spider Slayer Hatred Honed. He's got Death Touch of spiders in the Brooklyn Bridge. Very sweet to see Mary Jane. Let's get her to sleeve too. Obviously going to see play in the spider decks, but also good in just the normal spiders. Doesn't need to be a spider hero. All right, let's get to that next one here. Got 3 packs left. Got the Common Crook, the Reporters, Passenger Ferry. We got Shock, Brooklyn Visionary, Mobster, Research Team, Scout the City. It's a good rate. Just to mention it, destroys a creature with flying, or you mill 3, put a permanent card from among them in your hand, and you gain 3 life. Not too bad. Got Shocker and Unstable. Secret Identity becomes a 1/1 citizen and gains hexproof for 1 mana. Or you can have it become a hero with base power and toughness 3/4 and has flying and vigilance. So if you got a guy equipped with a bunch of stuff, could give a couple of protection there. We got Supportive Parents, tap 2 untap creatures and add mana. And we got Sandman, hoping to get more copies of this guy. He's only 3 mana, 1 green for a legendary creature, Sand Elemental Villain. Sandman's power and toughness equals the number of lands you control. I know that I love those land decks right now. Sandman can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less, and you can also pay 3 and green, return this card and target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. You can get him back later if you need. We got Gallant Citizen, draws a card when he enters. Not too bad. But happy to see another copy of him. I need one for my other land deck. For the 5-color decks. And we got Spider Rex here, Common Crook, City Pigeon, got the Legacy Criminal, Shock, Gallant Citizen, the Astronaut, Vibrant Cityscape, notable, it's a new Evolving Wilds Terramorphic Expanse. Just sack this land, get a basic land, put on the battlefield, tapped. Probably going to be sticking this in the Tifa deck. Happy to see another one. Got the Mass Meower, Prison Break, turns creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield with a counter on it. It's also got Mayhem, so if you discard it, could bring a creature back with a counter. Got Spider Suits, Vulture, and Multiversal Passage. As this land enters, choose a basic land type. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. So you can have this land is the chosen type. So if you choose Forest, it comes in as an untapped Forest if you pay 2 life. And you can just make it come in tapped if you wanted to, but really happy to see a copy of this land. One of the cool ones out of the set. Got Spot's Portal. Put target creature on the bottom of its owner's library in black. You lose 2 life unless you control a villain. Probably a great way to get rid of creatures if you really needed to. Since black doesn't really do like a top deck manipulation or bottom of their library type manipulation, it just helps when they're indestructible. Gets them out of there. Very sweet. All right, we got one more pack, but thanks again for watching. keep an eye out for the new videos we'll be doing soon. One a day, we'll be opening up those. And I do have another bundle on the way, so we'll be opening that more towards the end. But let's see what else we've got here. We got Venom's Hunger, Starling, Amazing Acrobatics, Spider-Gwen. She's got Reach. Whenever she becomes tapped, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Very sweet rate. Got Grow Extra Arms. Kind of crazy. +4/+4. It's only 1 mana if it targets a spider. Mobster. It's got the City. Terrific Team Up. Very sweet. Just deal some damage. Got the Morbid Time. If it's in your discard, you can exile it for a blue and a black and look at the top 3 and put 1 in your hand. The rest in the bottom of your library. Not too bad rate. Supportive Parents. And we got Sandman. We definitely got a couple more cards back here. Yep. Power Interrupter equals to the amount of lanes you control. Can't be blocked, and return this card and target land from your graveyard to the battlefield. For 3. Not bad. We got Spider-Woman. Stunning Savior. For 1. A blue-white Azorius hybrid. For a 2/2 flyer, artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tapped. One of those stacks beasts. We got Wild Pack Squad and Savage Mansion. Well, very sweet. We got a couple of spiders in this box. We got Norman Osborn and Miles, plus a multi-portal passage. Very sweet. I'm loving this. Well, thanks so much for watching again. And if you do like all these all these comic book frames, leave a comment in the section down below. Man, look at Doc Ock again. It's so sweet, man. Yeah, and subscribe to the channel. We'll be opening up more stuff later, another bundle later, and we got the play boosters on the daily. But otherwise, until we meet again, Spider-Man.